Like my times, that's all you don't appreciate. Every on my way is a gentle lie. Count the cars outside and I wonder why. I move my schedule, I move my plan. I move my heart into your open hand. But your hands are always busy with something new. While I'm sitting here turning us into what I lose. Then you show up with a half smile on your face. Say traffic was a nightmare, babe, like I can't trade. The lipstick shade, that ain't the one you left with. The perfume, that ain't the one you dressed with. But I don't say nothing, I just let you in. 'Cause being lonely with you is better than the silence I've been in. Late again, that's your favorite song, making me feel like I don't belong in your world, in your time, in your heart. You show up when the night is half apart. Late again, and I'm still here, wiping away my own damn tear. 'Cause you won't see, you won't ask why. You just show up late and expect me to try. Remember last December, you missed my birthday. Showed up 2 days later with a bouquet, it was half dead anyway. I laughed it off like it was nothing new. But something in me broke and something in me new. You're not just late with time, you're late with love. You show up after the push, it's turn to shove. After I've already packed my heart in a suitcase. After I've already memorized the feel of your waste of space. Then you hold me like you mean it for a second. I forget that every promise you've ever made, I reckon. In the currency of sorry, and I'll do better next time. But next time never comes, no, next time never rhymes. I've checked my phone 1,000 times a night. You're not even lying with conviction anymore. You just assume I'll wait, assume I'll stay. Like my heart's a parking lot and you can just delay. Late again, that's your favorite song, making me feel like I don't belong in your world, in your time, in your heart. You show up when the night is half apart. Late again, and I'm still here, wiping away my own damn tear. 'Cause you won't see, you won't ask why. You just show up late and expect me to try. You know it's worse than being alone, being with someone who makes you feel unknown. Someone who watches you wait by the phone, then calls at midnight like they're coming home. Your home isn't where you wear your coat. Home is where someone notices when you choke on the words you've been swallowing all night long. You've been late so long, I don't even know what on time means anymore. I'm not angry, I'm not sad, I'm just tired of the love I never had. Late again, but this time I'm gone. You took too long to turn your heart back on. I waited through the winter, through the snow, through the doubt, but even candles burn out when you leaving without. Late again, and I won't be here to catch your excuses like souvenir. You can keep the sorry, keep the maybe someday. I'm finally learning how to walk away. Yeah, 11 p.m. again. I didn't check my phone this time. No traffic, no lies, no lipstick, no side. Just me walking out, and you're late again. But I'm not waiting anymore, not anymore. Again, no moon, no phone, no friends, just the sound of where the silence bends, and your breath on my skin. No lights on. You never asked me where I've been, you just let the dark come pull me in. Fingertips tracing no regrets. We don't need to see what hasn't healed yet. You took the bulbs out of the kitchen lamp, said the truth looks better in a half light damp. Now I don't know if you're crying or smiling. Either way I'm staying, either way I'm dying. And every secret sounds like a lullaby when there's nothing in the room but you and I can't fix you, no, you won't try, but I love the way we break with no lights on. No lights on. Let the shadows talk. Let your hands find mine in the empty dark. We don't need a sunrise, we don't need a spark, just a slow collapse of two broken hearts. No lights on. We don't wanna see if the love we're faking is all we'll ever be. Yeah. Your silhouette against the window pane looks like a predator, never says a name. I used to believe in a brighter room, now I sleep better in the pool of the gloom. You leave your secrets on the bathroom floor, I step over them like I did before. We don't talk, we just undress the pain and pretend the silence is a healing rain. And every lie sounds softer in the black. You pull me closer, I don't pull back. I know the morning's gonna leave a crack, but tonight there's no lights on. No lights on. Let the shadows talk. Let your hands find mine in the empty dark. We don't need a sunrise, we don't need a spark, just a slow collapse of two broken hearts. No lights on. We don't wanna see if the love we're faking is all we'll ever be. What if the dark is the only truth? What if we already did our best in our youth? Now we're just two cigarettes burning the roof. No flames, no proof, just the smoke of a missing roof. Don't turn the lights on, let me stay a ghost. I'd rather not know what hurts the most. No lights on. Let the shadows fall. Let your silence censor when I call. We don't need a future, we don't need a cause, just a beautiful disaster of two beautiful flaws. No lights on. I don't wanna see that the only one breaking is me. Yeah. 2 a.m. again. No phone, no friends, just your ghost on my skin. No lights on. No lights on. It's 3 a.m. again. I can feel the smoke inside my chest, but I ain't put out a cigarette yet. You got that kind of love that never heals, like a match strike on a broken wheel. I told myself I'd walk away for real, but your shadow knows exactly how I feel. You leave the door cracked, let the cold air in, then you pull me close like it's a sin. I don't know where you end and I begin. Maybe that's the problem, maybe that's the win. And every word you say is gasoline. You kiss my neck and I forget what's clean. The world is quiet but you're loud in me. I should run, but I like the heat, so let me burn slowly. Don't put me out, let the flame turn holy in this dirty house. I know it's killing me, no doubt, but your love feels like the last fire in a drought. Yeah. Burning slowly, let it fade to black. I'd rather go with you than never get you back. Yeah. Now my friends all say I look too tired, got a city in my eyes and my heart's so wired. You're the storm that I don't even hide from, one debris away from where the guys come from. You laugh when I say I'm halfway gone. Pour another drink and turn a sad song on. We don't talk about the morning light, cause the sun always steals what we steal at night. light, and every word you say is gasoline. You touch my hand and I forget the scene. The room is dark, but you're all I see. I should run, but you're part of me. So let me burn slowly. Don't put me out. Let the flame turn holy in this dirty house. I know it's killing me, no doubt, but your love feels like the last fire in a drought. Yeah, burning slowly, let it fade to black. I'd rather go with you than never get you back. What if the smoke is all we are? Two ghosts in a broken car, driving nowhere, burning fast. I don't need a future, I just need this ash. You don't have to save me, just stay here and brave me. Even if the roof caves in tonight, at least I know what it felt like to die alive. Yeah, let me burn slowly. Don't put me out. Let the flame turn holy in this dirty house. I know it's killing me without a doubt. Oh, but your love is the only fire I won't live without. Burning slowly, let it fade to black. I'd rather go with you. I'd rather go with you than never get you back. Yeah, 3 a.m. again, smoke in my chest. No regrets, no regrets. Yeah, you came in like a storm with no warning light. One conversation and I stayed up all night. Now I'm reading old texts like they're sacred signs, ignoring every red flag waving in my mind. My boys say, slow down, you don't know it yet, but my heart's already drowning, already in debt. To the way you laugh, to the way you leave me on red, then come back like forgiveness living in your head. And every hate feels like a heart attack. Every time you pull away, I want you back. I know this road, I've walked this track, but I can't help it, I'm falling too fast. Falling too fast, and I know how it ends. Crashed and burned with all my other friends, but your voice is a drug and I'm weak again. So let me break on you, let me break on you. Falling too fast, no parachute, no plan. Just a boy who loves like a broken dam. You can say you want me when I hit the sand, but right now I don't want to land. You told me once you're bad at goodbyes. I told you twice I'm good at lies, the kind I tell myself when I'm staring at the ceiling, pretending all this falling isn't something that I'm feeling. You wear black nail polish and a silver ring. You don't believe in much, but you believe in spring. And I'm already buying flowers in my head for a garden that you never promised you would tend. And every silence cuts me like a glass. You pull me close, then you let me pass. I know I'm moving way too fast, but slow has never held me, slow never lasts. Falling too fast, and I know how it ends. Crashed and burned with all my other friends, but your voice is a drug and I'm weak again. Let me break on you, let me break on you. Falling too fast, no parachute, no plan. Just a boy who loves like a broken dam. You can say you want me when I hit the sand, but right now I don't want to land. What if the crash is the best part? What if the broken is where the heart starts? I've been slow before, you tore me apart. Give me the speed, give me the dark. I don't need a warning, I don't need a sign. If I'm gonna hit the ground, let it be tonight. just your friend. I'm not falling too fast, no brakes, no fear. Just a boy who disappears in your atmosphere. You can watch me burn, you can watch me steer right into the flames, right into the flames. Yeah, 4 a.m. again, chest heavy, hands shaking. You smile once and I'm still falling, still falling. Too fast, too fast. 5 a.m. again. You left me on red 3 days ago, but your ghost just walked through my front door, and it's wearing your clothes. You used to call me every night at 10. Now my phone just lights up for the win. I see you posting like you're living free, but I know the filter's hiding what you did to me. You said forever with your fingers crossed. Now I'm talking to a memory that got lost in the space between your last text and my pride. You disappeared, but your feelings didn't die. You left the door half open on purpose, just close enough to keep me nervous. You won't say goodbye, you won't say what I did. You just go silent, like I'm some kid, and that's the part that breaks me slow. You don't even block me, you just don't show. Ghosted feelings hanging in the air. You're not here, but you're everywhere. Every song, every street, every broken stair. I'm talking to a ghost that pretends to care. Ghosted feelings, no goodbye, no fight. You just turned your heart off overnight. Now I'm screaming in the silence and it feels polite, like you're still listening, but you're out of spite. I wrote you 3 drafts of what went wrong, deleted every single one by dawn. Cause what's the point of sending words to space? You already replaced me with a different face. But I saw you like my story last week or 2, then unliked it fast like you always do. You watching from a distance, keeping score, but you won't knock on my door no more. You keep my hoodie, I keep your ghost. We both lose more than we both boast. You left the thread hanging blue in cold, every memory bought but never sold. You won't come back, you won't let me leave. You just haunt the corners of what I believe. Ghosted feelings hanging in the air. You're not here, but you're everywhere. Every song, every street, every broken stair. I'm talking to a ghost that pretends to care. Ghosted feelings, no goodbye, no fight. You just turned your heart off overnight. Now I'm screaming in the silence and it feels polite, like you're still listening, but you're out of spite. What's worse, the fight or the fade, the lie or the silence that never got made? You took the love and you didn't even bury it. You just let it sit in a room and worry it. I'd rather you curse me, I'd rather you burn me than leave me here wondering if you ever even learn me. Ghosted feelings don't die, they just change addresses. Now I'm living in the silence that your absence possesses. Ghosted feelings, and they're all I have. You turned your heart into a closed rehab. I'm knocking on a door that won't even be mad. Just empty, just empty, just sad. No closure, no sound. You left my love for dead on lost and found. And the worst part is I still come running if you turn around. But you're gone now, yeah, you're gone now. 5 a.m. again. Check my phone one last time. No notification, no goodbye. Just ghosted feelings and a heart that won't unfeel. Yeah, ghosted. got a way of breaking me soft, like silk wrapped around a razor like a cross. Without the religion, just the way you love me in a language that I learned too late. Every compliment cuts just a little. Every I need you leaves a scar in the middle of my chest where my heartbeat used to live. Now it's just a rhythm you take and give. You kiss me like you're saying goodbye, even when you're staying, even when you're high. On the power knowing I won't leave, cause your velvet pain is all I believe. And that's the trap, that's the pretty cage. You painted every bruise in a holy rage. Velvet pain, you feel like home, the softest knife I've ever known. You cut me slow, you cut me deep, but I'm yours to break and yours to keep. Velvet pain, don't set me free. The hurt looks beautiful when it comes from deep. I know I'm bleeding but I can't complain, cause nothing ever loved me like this. Velvet pain. You wear red like you were born in it, and I wear the scars like I earned every inch of it. You say I'm sorry with your tongue between your teeth, then you pull me closer underneath the sheet. You ask me if it hurts, I say not enough, cause the day it stops hurting is the day I give up. I'm the only thing that makes me feel alive, the way you break my heart and then help me drive. We fight in whispers, we make up in screams. You're not a lover, you're a beautiful dream. It turns to nightmare right before the dawn, but I keep coming back, cause the love is still warm. You trace my scars like they're poetry, and I pretend they don't belong to me. You kissed the wound you made last week, and suddenly the future feels incomplete. Velvet pain, you feel like home, the softest knife I've ever known. You cut me slow, you cut me deep, but I'm yours to break and yours to keep. Velvet pain, don't set me free. The hurt looks beautiful when it comes from deep. I know I'm bleeding but I can't complain, cause nothing ever loved me like this. Velvet pain. What if the hurting is the holding? What if the breaking is the beginning? I don't want a love that leaves me whole. I want the kind that bruises my soul. Velvet on my skin, poison in my veins. I stopped asking God to stop the rain. Let it flood, let it drown, let it stain. I was born to love this velvet pain. No roses without the thorns, no midnight without the storms. You're the fever and the cure, and I don't wanna be pure. Right where it's been. I love you even through the crimson rain. Yeah, I love you through the velvet pain. 1 AM again. Your fingers on my neck, I should let go, but the velvet feels like breathing, and I'd rather hurt with you than feel nothing with someone new. Velvet pain. Don't stop. Yeah. 2 AM again. I'm talking to the wall like it's gonna answer. You're 3 blocks away, but you live inside my head like a cancer. I replayed your voicemail 7 times today, not because I miss what you had to say, but because the silence after you say my name is the only place my brain feels sane. I'm checking your location like a nervous habit. You're probably sleeping but I gotta have it, the proof that you exist outside of my head. Cause lately you feel like a ghost in my bed. I smile at strangers like everything's fine, but they don't know I'm losing my mind line by line. You didn't even do anything wrong, it's what's scary, it's the song. You just exist and I fall apart. You just breathe and I lose my heart. And now I'm sitting here at 2 AM, wondering if I'll ever be normal again. On my mind, and you didn't even try. One look I wrote your name on my hand like a kid, then washed it off cause I felt stupid for what I did. But the ink was already under my skin. You've been there for months, you've always been. I see your car in my chest cave in. I hear your laugh and the world gets thin like glass. I'm walking on like ice, I'm breaking through. Every thought I have just leads back to you. My friends say snap out of it, get a grip, but they don't feel the way your absence makes me trip. Over nothing, over arrow, but the memory of your coat. I'm drowning in a puddle that you probably won't even know. You're not even mine, that's the joke. I'm losing my mind for someone who won't even choke. On the thought of me, on the thought of us, you're just living, I'm turning it out my mind. And you didn't even try. One look from you and I said goodbye to logic, to reason, to peace of mind. Now I'm out here losing it all the time. Out my mind, and I can't come back. You're the train I jump without a track. I used to be someone who could think straight. Now I'm just a heartbeat, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait. Oh, oh. What if crazy is just another word for feeling? What if losing my mind is the only real healing? Cause Saint never held me at 3 a.m. Saint never kissed me like the world would end. So let me be crazy, let me be lost. I'd rather be broken than not feel the cost of loving you the way I do. With every broken, beautiful screw loose in my head, loose in my chest. You want me normal, I try my best. I'm on mine, and I don't wanna be found. Let me live in the static, let me love on the ground, where the logic don't matter and the reason don't live. You took everything I had left to give out. My mind, and it's your fault too, for being the only thing that felt true in a world full of people who play it safe. I lost my mind, and I don't wanna be safe. 2 a.m. again, oh. I'm talking to the wall, it didn't answer, but neither did you. So I guess we're even though I'm out my mind, yeah, out my mind, and you're not even here. Yeah. 3 a.m. again, batteries at 2%, but it doesn't even matter, cause you're not gonna text me anyway. Dead phone nights. I keep pressing the power button like a prayer, hoping notification will appear out of thin air. But the screen stays black and the silence stays loud. I'm just a boy in the dark with a disappearing crowd. You used to light up my lock screen every hour. Now I'm getting notifications from the weather and a flower shop. I don't care about the rain, I don't need a bouquet. I just need to know you remember my name today. I charge my phone all night just in case you call, but deep down I know you're not thinking of me at all. And every day battery feels like a funeral for the conversation that never got beautiful. I type out a message, then I delete it slow, cause what's the point of sending words you won't even know? My thumb hovers over send for an hour, then I throw my phone across the room and feel the power of admitting that I'm alone in this bed with a dead phone and a live wire head. Dead phone nights, I'm talking to the wall, waiting for a ring that never comes at all. You said you called me, that was yesterday. Now I'm staring at a screen that's got nothing to say. Dead phone nights, I'm losing track of time. Every silent minute is a silent crime. I'd rather hear you curse me than hear nothing at all. But it's just me in the dark, in the fall. I remember when my phone would die and you panic, you okay? Baby, answer it. It's almost tragic. Now you probably wouldn't notice if I disappeared for a week, for a month, for a year. I saw you online 3 hours ago, posting pictures of a place I don't know, with people I've never met, with a smile that ain't for me. And I'm sitting here with a charger and a broken fantasy. I plug it in, I wait for 10. The screen lights up, but nothing from you again. I check my signal like it's a sign from God. Maybe the tower is down, maybe the network is flawed, but I know the truth, I just don't wanna see. The phone works fine, you just don't want me. Dead phone nights, I'm talking to the wall, waiting for a ring that never comes at all. You said you called me, that was yesterday. Now I'm staring at a screen that's got nothing to say. Dead phone nights, I'm losing track of time. Every silent minute is a silent crime. I'd rather hear you curse me than hear nothing at all. But it's just me in the dark, in the fog. You know what's worse than a dead phone? A live one that still leaves you alone. Fully charged, full bars, full 5G, and still no message from you to me. I could throw this thing into the sea, and you wouldn't even notice I'm missing from your history. Cause you stopped checking for me a long time ago. Now I'm just on a vacation you don't need to know. So let the battery die, let the screen go black. I'm done waiting for a love that's never coming back. That phone nights used to hurt, now they're just the silence I deserve. Dead phone nights, I finally unplugged, put the phone in the drawer and felt my heart shrug. You were never gonna call, you were never gonna care. So why am I still sitting here pulling out my hair? Dead phone nights, I'm letting you go. No more watching for a love that doesn't show. I turn my phone off and I turn myself on, and for the first time in months I don't feel so alone.
Chargers across the room.
And I didn't check it once tonight.
Dead phone nights.
Aren't so scary anymore.
Yeah. Good night.
I'm sending out frequencies you'll never receive. You speak a language I'm trying to learn, but every translation just makes me grieve. Broken signal. You say I'm fine, but your eyes say leave me alone. You say come closer, then you turn your phone to stone. I'm reading every gesture like a broken code. Walking down the street, it keeps changing the road. One minute you're warm, next minute you're frost. I'm getting whiplash from the love I lost before I even had it, before I could hold it. You pulled the plug and now I'm just folding into the space between what you say and what you do. You're a question mark I keep coming back to, and every conversation feels like static in my ears. You tell me nothing's wrong, but I've been counting all the years of trying to decode the person that you hide behind your eyes. You're a tower with a signal that's been feeding me disguise. I reach out my hand, you pull it back slow, then you blame the connection when I don't know. No broken signals, can you hear me? But you won't allow a single clear moment, a single true word. You're the clearest voice that I've ever not heard. Signals, we're losing the line. You're standing right here, but you're not really mine. I'm tuning every frequency, every band, but you already let go of my hand. Remember when we talked until the sun came up? Now every text I send is a half-empty cup. You reply with one word and disappear for days. I'm navigating silence in 1,000 different ways. I tried to call you from a landline once, thought maybe the towers were the ones that were dumb, but you answered with a voice I didn't recognize. Cold and distant like a stranger wearing your disguise. You asked me, what do you want? Like I was a dead. I said you in the line went dead. I'm standing on the rooftop, holding up my phone, 2 bars, no service, completely alone. You're probably 3 blocks down in someone else's bed with a perfect connection running through your head, and I'm here with the wind and the doubts on ghosts, getting every single answer What if you just stopped caring, left the words unspoken? I blame the towers, I blame the weather, I blame the distance, blame the tether. But the truth is ugly and it cuts real deep. You heard every word, you just didn't wanna keep the conversation, the connection, the thread. You left me on red in my own head. So let the static be my lullaby. Oh, I'm done trying to decode your goodbye. Broken signals, no, they work just fine. You just didn't wanna be on the same line. Broken signals, I'm hanging up now. No more trying to fix what you won't allow. You can keep your mixed messages, your twisted signs. I'm writing between your broken lines. Broken signals, I'm turning the dial away from your frequency, away from your style. Maybe someday you'll try to call me back, but I won't be waiting on the same old track. 1 a.m. again, I threw my phone on the passenger seat. No bars, no signal, no you, no me. Just the sound of the engine and the road underneath. Broken signal, yeah. I finally found my frequency. Goodbye. I used to think heaven was a place up high. Now I think it was just your hand in mine before the goodbye. Heaven feels far. I don't pray, but I've been talking to the ceiling, asking if redemption has a feeling. Cause I've been living in a motel of regret. Every cent I made with you I haven't paid for yet. You were the closest thing to grace I ever touched. Now even your memory hurts too much. I told myself that love was supposed to save, but you dug a grave and called it safe. Now I'm walking through a world that's all concrete and stars, wondering how I fell this far. I see people smiling like they know something I don't, like they found a shortcut to the peace that I want. Every sunrise feels like a quiet lie. Every night I look up at an empty sky and I whisper to a God I don't believe in anymore. Did I lose my heaven when she walked out the door? Heaven feels far when you're not here. Used to be a voice in my ear. Now it's just a static in the cold, cold ground. And I'm looking for a stairway that can't be found. Heaven feels far and I don't know the way. I traded my halo for the price I paid of loving someone who turned into a star. Now I'm down here, heaven feels far. Remember when we lied on the hood of your car? You said this is heaven right here where we are. I laughed and said heaven doesn't have this much rust. You said heaven is anywhere that turns dust to us. I didn't know you were right in the prophecy, that one day you would leave and take the lie with me. Now I drive past the same parking lot alone. The stars are still there but the heaven is gone. I tried to find a church that would let me in, but every stained glass window just reminds me of your skin and the way you glow in the morning light. Now I'm allergic to anything bright. I've been chasing the feeling of a Sunday prayer, but Sunday doesn't come when you're living in despair. You took the gospel and you left the hymn. Now I'm just a boy who can't find where heaven began. Heaven feels far when you're not here. Used to be a voice in my ear. Now it's just a static in the cold, cold ground. And I'm looking for a stairway that can't be found. Heaven feels far and I don't know the way. I traded my halo for the price I paid of loving someone who turned into a star. Now I'm down here and heaven feels far. What if heaven was never a place? What if it was just a lipstick on my face? Just a laugh in a crowded room, just the way she chased away the gloom. I don't need orbs, I don't need clouds. I just need her to say my name out loud one more time before I disappear. But she's up there and I'm down here. Heaven feels far cause heaven was her. Now I'm just a ghost that forgot how to prefer the living, the breathing. that could keep the light from leaking out of my hands. You were my heaven. Now I understand. Heaven feels far, 'cause heaven can't leave. No angel ever taught me how to grieve the loss of a love that felt like a song. Now I'm just a boy with a broken gone. Heaven feels far, but so do I, from the person I was before the goodbye. So I'll keep walking through this cold dark yard and pretending heaven isn't this hard. 4 a.m. again, I looked up at the ceiling. No answer, no angel, no you. Just the sound of my own breathing. In heaven, feeling, yeah, far.